What if I feel that the restrictive covenants that my employer is asking me to sign are unreasonable? Part 3. I'm Richard Hiron, also known as the Hironator, and I'm an employment law solicitor. Now, recapping on the past few weeks, having gone through the negotiations before you sign those restrictive covenants, perhaps even having gone through a court process, there might be a section in the restrictive covenants in your contract of employment or a settlement agreement that essentially says that they are all separate and severable. Now, what that means is that each restrictive covenant is its own individual agreement. So let's say, for example, that you and the employer agree that one part of that restrictive covenant or the entire restrictive covenant itself is unreasonable. So you remove that. So imagine my tie, you've picked one of the colours and you think, no, that's not a very nice colour. I'd remove that. The rest of the tie remains intact with another colour perhaps filling its place, but it's still there. So in like manner, the removal of all or part of a restrictive covenant does not mean that all of the restrictive covenants are unreasonable and therefore removed from the contract of employment or the settlement agreement. It means that they remain intact, but the offending part is either ignored or replaced by agreement between you or by a decision of a court to something different. So, I hope that's answered the question. In essence, you ignore the offending part of the restrictive covenant, whether it's replaced or not, but the rest of the restrictive covenants remain in place. In the meantime, if you're finding a settlement agreement hard, bring it to Richard.